Alright, what's up guys? It's Aracion Storm on the PlayStation Network. Um, I know this is my very first commentary video that I'm doing for you guys, but I really feel like this really has to be brought to you guys' attention. I'm not exactly sure how many of you guys are, die-hard Blazblue fans, or, some people that just look at the game, or shit. Some of you guys just play the game your damn self. But, now this is an information video for you guys to let you know what's about to happen in the future. Because, Arkham Sysworks games it's about to get real with this next installment of Blazblue Centralfiction. That is the next installment of the game. Previously, Blazblue had around like 6 installments, but really it's only like 3 real games. Now the game followed the story between the first game that's been made was Blazblue Calamity Trigger. Then they ended up making Blazblue Continuum Shift. Then they decided to make Blazblue Continuum Shift 2, Continuum Shift Extend, Chrono Phantasma, and Chrono Phantasma Extend, where we are now. So yeah, that's about 6 right now. Other terminology you might see like BBCS, BBCS 2, 2.5, Chrono Phantasma 2.5, 2.0, whatever you want to hear it. But for this, pretty much what I'm about to show you guys today, it's pretty much the new trailer that they pretty much made for Blazblue Centralfiction. That's the name of the game. I know it sounds weird, but maybe they could have named it a little bit better. I'm not exactly sure, but I hope you guys be excited as much as I am, because man, this game really is taking the cake right now. We're about to see a lot of new stuff. I'm about to explain some things to you guys that you probably don't know or don't even know what's about to happen to the game. But I promise you, once you get it, once you see it, pretty sure you're gonna like it. Alright, so let's get on with explaining. Alright, so from here, this is the very first, little clip, little picture that I'm gonna show you guys. Here we have Iron Taker. And from what you guys know of Iron Taker, or have seen of Iron Taker, he's never had a move like this before. Like, if you look at it closely enough, like, the entire background is distorted, because you know how normally when characters use distortions or overdrive distortions, the background changed. Now this one changed extremely by a lot. Like, it's something completely whole different new from what we've seen. And obviously that's because, it's a whole new game, so obviously they're going to change the visual effects of things. Now, if you see here, up here in this corner, Taker's picture has changed as from what you see. He never looked this angry before, he looks more, what should I say, more beastly, or like, more agitated about things. But, we see a vein popping out his forehead. Taker's not normally like that. But as you see here, what's the difference? The life looks a little different. It's so straightforward. You see that normally right here is where our burst gauge would be at right here with this normal 3. But for some reason they changed it now. Because before it used to just be like a little circle with a symbol in it, and as time went by it would regenerate. But now it has numbers in it for some reason. We don't exactly know why about this either. So check that. Also really new, addition to the game, or we're gonna have to find out. Now that we have a picture of New 12 now, which is pretty much like Noelle, just in her, Kusanagi God Slayer mode when she unleashes her true power. Now, as we all know, for most people that, plays Blazblue, this is also another new distortion her. Looks like she just gathered like a bunch of boundary energy, or the cauldron energy, or lightning, whatever this may be, and just struck it down on his opponent and whatnot. And this also is new. As you see, still the background's distorted, and you see the 3 in her burst gauge. Now, see, from what I know of, this is what you call a, what is it, exceed excel move. That's what it's called. Now that changes the whole, like background of it. It's probably the distortions and whatnot probably look exactly the same. I'm not 100% sure, but from what I know of, this is what you call an exceed excel, which is, I don't know what to call it, like not an astral, but a little like a level below him. And for people that don't know what astral is pretty much like a fatality in this game, but this is a little bit different. So we can call this what, like a brutality, I guess you can call it. But it's brand new to the game. But the thing is, supposedly this can only be done while you're in overdrive. And the moment that you use it in overdrive, the overdrive immediately ends. But I'm taking it that it's gonna dish out like a lot of damage because it instantly ends your overdrive. So let's say you have like what, below 10% life. It better deal some goddamn comeback damage, or it's a waste of a move. Could have added something completely different in there. But that's from what I know. Now what we see here is Ragnar the Blood Edge is about to do his distortion correction. It looks like his distortion, but the background is still purple. So maybe this is what we call an exceed excel. Now normally, normally from what we see, this is exactly an exceed excel. Like, I don't know, like you see like the backgrounds be like, well, I don't know what it's called, like rocks. Can we call those rocks? Probably. Like it looks like it just broke down from whatever like the background was visually, and it just destroyed it and just distorted it into a different world. But the thing is, with this stance that Ragnar is in, this is the same exact stance that he did with his counter scissors distortion in any of the previous Blazblue games. But the thing is, with everybody in the previous games, everybody's distortion was blue. It started off with a blue background, and this is that purplish background. So from what I'm seeing, this is a 9 out of 10 chance this is probably an exceed excel, just starting off with that same exact stance. So I don't know if Ragnar hit him beforehand, but as you see up here in the life, Jen has took a chunk of damage. And I don't know if this is what's about to finish it, or if this is the second part of an exceed excel, and this is about to be like a really crazy game now this function has been added. Also, let's take a look up here for a moment in this Ragnar's corner. As you see, Ragnar's corner, obviously the character art's changed. I really think that looks really badass for Ragnar. Like, I think that really looks really good for him. But this is where our main focus is. Right there, you see that he's in the overdrive state right now. You see like the little ball extended, and like there's the purple bar inside of it. But now there's a timer on it. So it tells you how many seconds and or counts that it will take before the overdrive is finished. From what I see, which is, really good, really convenient. It's pretty awesome. And if that's the case, that can be really like strategized for the person defending against the overdrive, or the person that's using overdrive that can possibly pull off a big combo within this certain time limit, now that we know, or many other things that you can use the overdrive for. But also one thing I forgot to mention, if you look down, you see that the heat gauge now, it's broken up into 4 different pieces now. And because of that, like certain characters like Jin Kisaragi, which is the person that's getting hit right now, some of his certain drive moves, if you press like the drive button for him, it would power up his moves, which will end up taking 25% of his gauge. Now also saying that, they also added the guard crush feature, which also takes 25% of your gauge. So from what they're doing here, I see they're just making the heat gauge a lot easier for you to know when you can guard crush or know when you have, you know, enough to like power up a move or something from what they're showing. So from what I'm seeing, they're putting a lot of good effort into this game, and I really cannot wait until I see this game be produced and made and be played. Alright, now this is going to be the last thing that we're going to talk about here, because this is pretty much all the new mechanics that's been revealed so far. You guys know so far. This is the last mechanic that I haven't told you guys yet, which I will now. After this clip that we see here, I'm gonna play the rest. I'm gonna play the trailer that Blazblue had to offer for the new Centralfiction. Alright. I don't know. It's really hard for me to say it. I'm still trying to get used to this. Please ignore that. But it's really hard from saying Chrono Phantasm all the time to Centralfiction, or you know, the new terminology for distortions or the new mechanic of an exceeding cell. But now this is where we get into it for the last and final mechanic. From what you see here, we have, what was that? New 13, Mu 13, no, Mu 13 and Mu 12, which is supposed to be Noel's, you know, strong state. But for New 13, for Mu, actually, we see that around here, her, what is it? Her, I forget what this thing is called. Like her little, like, overdrive gauge, I guess you can call it. It's glowing purple around it, actually. And people will be wondering, like, well, people has been wondering, what exactly is that? Now, for this, from what I know of, you know, this is what we call active flow, I believe is what it's called. Pretty much, it acts like it's a power booster. But the thing is, it's only a power booster when you're really offensive. So if you have like a very aggressive playstyle, this is supposed to trigger. And while this is triggered, it's supposed to increase the damage of the exceeding cell or any other damage that I believe that's supposed to happen. And it glows purple when you meet the requirement of activity, like during your battle. So also, this is also has, you know, this, with this being said, this is a really powerful mechanic that they added into the game that can, one, change the entire outcome of the battle. Like, this can become a slaughter fest. Like, this is what this game now sounds like, because for people who's extremely active, like what, Ragna, Jins, Valkenheim, you know, a lot of quick, like, mobile characters, they become really active. They can deal a lot of damage a lot quicker now than what they used to be able to. I mean, not saying that, you know, other characters can't become as active, but those are the ones I see that, you know, non-stop combos. You get hit once, you're going to lose, just basically. So pretty much this is the last little mechanic that has been introduced to the game. You know, now I'm gonna play off the rest of the video for this video, and I hope you guys really enjoy looking at this, because when this game come out, I'm telling you, when this game come out, it's gonna be flame. It's gonna be enjoy the rest of the video, guys.